Hello friends, this is Dr. Sridhar Budul. I am a homeopathic doctor and a psychologist. Before I start my video, I want to wish all of you a very happy Gudi Padwa. Friends, the basic purpose of making this video is very special. From today onwards, starting from this new year, I want to start a small initiative. A small initiative in the form of stories. Right from my childhood, I was a person who loved reading stories. I had many storybooks and I have read stories from far and wide. So what I want is, I want to use the medium of stories to bring about a difference in your life. Day in and day out, I see many patients both using homeopathy and psychology. And I have seen that the stories which I know, the stories which I have read, the stories which have inspired me, help me a lot in solving the problems of people, in making them more happier than they actually are. So what's the story for today? So let me start the story without wasting any time. So there's a small village. There's a small village in which a new family is coming to stay. So they are coming from some other place in a bullock cart, and they are moving to a new village. Now as they enter the village, they see an old man sitting across a small tree. So when they come close to him, the head of the family asks that old man, he asks him, how is this village? Sir, actually we had come from a very far away village and we have shifted here. We want to understand, how is this village? How are the kind of people here? How is the environment here? How are the situations here? The old man asked him, how was the situation, or how were the people in your old village? Now this head of the family, he was a father, he said, oh, it was very challenging, it was very difficult. The people out there were very rude. They were very uncooperative. They were very unwelcoming. We had to go through a lot while living there. My children, they could not mix with the children there, and people did not have good manners out there. They were very troublesome. They were very quarrelsome, and we are so happy that we have left that place. So the old man said, what are your expectations from this place? So the person said, we are looking for a place which is very peaceful, which is very calm, which is very welcoming, which is very good. This brought a frown on the face of the old man. Then the head of the family asked, what happened? Why are you sad? Then the old man told him, unfortunately, this village is the same as you stayed. The head of the family was confused. He said, what do you mean? The old man told him that the people of this village are very rude, they are very unwelcoming, they are very quarrelsome, and they are very unmixing. They do not mix easily, they are very introverts, and you will have a very hard time here. Now listening to this, the head of the family was little worried. So he had a talk with his wife, and they decided to move to another village. Now as they were moving ahead, what they saw was, there was another person who entered into the village with his family on a bullock cart. Now this person also went and had a word with that old man. So he asked the old man, he also shared his experiences, and he asked him, sir, how is this village? How are the people out here? How is the situation? How is the environment? The old man asked him, how was the situation and environment in your old village? Now the person said, oh, it was a fantastic environment. It was very familial environment. Everyone in the village took lot of care of us, and we worked together, we played together, we had food together. Unfortunately, due to some professional commitments, I had to shift to this village. When I was coming from that village, the people in that village were actually crying. They did not want us go. They have even given us foodstuffs which we could carry to this village, so we don't have to cook for today. So we really miss those people. They were so welcoming and they were so good. The old man told him, "Fantastic. You know what? Even the people in this village are the same. They're very welcoming, they're very loving, they're very caring, they're very cooperative. And they will not make you feel as if you're a stranger. They will make you feel as if you're a part of the family." Now, the person who had come first, he was listening to this conversation and he got pissed off. He was very angry. He came to the old man and he told him, "Sir, what is this? What is this cheating going on? You told me the exact opposite of what you're telling this gentleman. How is this possible?" At that time, the old man made both of them sit down and then he told them something very important. He said, "We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So, if you are seeing a lot of negativity around you, the chances are that that negativity is within you. This world is nothing more than a mirror. Consider this entire world like a mirror. Whatever is happening is just a mirroring of your inner self. If you are seeing a lot of negativity around, then the chances are that you are very negative within. If you are seeing a lot of positivity around, then chances are you are very positive within. Because the world is nothing but a reflection. World is a mirror and it is reflecting your own self." So friends, how does this story make an importance in our life? So if you understand, you always tend to see the world as you are. And that is why you tend to be happy or sad. But have you ever tried to look at this world as it is? You know, when a small baby is staring at the ceiling or the ceiling fan, it could just observe the ceiling fan for hours and hours and it will not get bored because it does not have any preconceived notions or any preconceived ideas in its mind. I will give you a small example. Suppose you have a friend who is a liar. Suppose you have a friend who is not very punctual. Suppose you have a friend who is very miserly, who spends money. It takes a lot of effort for him to spend money. He will not give money easily. So what will you call such people? So a person who lies often, you will call him a liar. A person who does not spend money easily, you will call him a miser. Now the moral of the story is that a person is never a miser. A person is never a loser or a miser. The thing is that a good person can have a bad quality. So a person who lies can be a good person who has a bad habit of lying. That does not make him a complete liar, or that does not make him a complete miser. We tend to color the person with one single virtue which is very predominant. This is because it is very easy for our mind to paint a person in that manner. So the moment we say a person is a liar, or a person is a cheater, or a person is a miser, we color him with that color and we forget that he could be a nice person with some bad virtue. So check this out. Try to see what is good in other people. Try to see if a person has 9 bad qualities, try to see if he has one good quality. Whatever you focus on will start flowing on in your life. Just try this experiment. Wherever your focus will go, there the energy will flow. Thank you for listening to my video and keep waiting for more such interesting stories. God bless you. Have a good day.